Bob Black. I work at the Wise County Sheriff's Office. Many of you know, or might know, Sheriff David Walker, mighty fine man. And I'm pleased to be here, in a sense, representing him. In a nutshell, my life resume goes like this. Graduated from high school, spent 26 years in the military, got into education. I was a high school math teacher and school counselor for a dozen years. And then I moved to Texas and found myself in the world of law enforcement. And I've been working in that field for the past 6.5 years now. That leads me to where I am. And let me say that, it seems like there seem to be two types of people, and when things start to go south wherever they are, you have the kind of people or the people that just naturally tend to go towards the action, and you have people that tend to go away from the action. Neither one of them is, and I'm not finding fault with either side. Both sides are appropriate, but the sides that go toward the action seem to come from, or seem to find themselves in very few limited career fields. One of them certainly is law enforcement, firefighters, and the military. And I've always found myself drawn to the folks that move that direction. And if any of you find that you happen to have that type of personality, you might consider that as a career option or career options for you to look at. If you go towards the action, there's career fields that are very, very good for you out there. My military service, let me illustrate it this way, and one main point I want to make from this. My military service started, the thought began about 50 years ago today, just about, when I was sitting in some of your shoes. Those of you that might be seniors here, I had no money for college. I had no idea of a career field I wanted to get into, and I had no idea what I was going to do when I graduated. As luck would have it, some friends of my parents happened to be a retired military officer, an Army officer, came and just suggested that I look at the military. I did. It seemed to be a viable option for me. I joined 3 weeks after high school. I was off a boot camp down in San Antonio and for the Air Force. And from there, opportunities just opened up. I'm not going to bore you with a lot of war stories along the way, but along the way, they did provide me with a 4-year college degree. Later on, they sponsored me to pick up 2 master's degrees. They taught me how to fly airplanes. My airplane flying career was entirely in an airplane that's now retired. It was a C-141. Many of the folks here are aware of that aircraft. It was a long-haul cargo airplane. We carried troops and supplies, weapons, that sort of thing, wherever the front happened to be. Whenever the news at nighttime came up with a story of something happening somewhere in the world, I knew to pack my bags because I was probably going to head that way. We carried folks in, we carried guns in, we carried supplies in, we carried all kinds of things. And I had my share of carrying bodies back. Not a very pleasant experience, but we did it with the greatest honor we could. Because not everybody that serves in the military comes back whole. Not everybody that serves in the military comes back at all. I'm one of the lucky ones. And I greatly, I have incredible gratitude for the folks who sacrificed far more than I did in a cause that I think is the bottom line. And here's where I'm going with this. In my years of flying C-141s, it was a worldwide sort of thing. I managed to make it to 65 different countries throughout my career. And in my tours of going to various places throughout the world, pretty much all of South America, almost all of Africa, Central America, just about all of that, spattering the countries throughout the Pacific. There is not one country on earth that I have seen that comes close to offering the freedoms that we have in this country. It's all about freedom, guys. Freedom is what it's all about. And with freedom comes opportunity. They go hand in hand. Without freedom, you just don't have opportunity. And this country that we live in can offer so much. And as far as you're concerned, many of you before too long are going to be facing choices that you have the freedom to make. You can choose to go into school after graduating. You can choose to get a job. You can choose to get a job and go to school. A lot of people do it that way. You can choose to go in the military. All of those are options, and many more. The key is to make right choices along the way. It just, the opportunities that we have in this country are just beyond comprehension until you get out there and see what some of the other countries are like. Even those that you hear about, a lot of the ones in Europe, they don't have near the freedom and the opportunity that we have here. Certainly not the ones in Central America and Africa and some of the other places. So my message to you is, think about the freedoms that you have. Get involved with your local governments. Know what that's about. Get involved with your community. Pay attention to what your government is doing. Make good choices along the way. Practice making good choices. And I say that not flippantly at all. Choices are something we practice. And if you stop and think, is what I'm going to do a wise thing to do, chances are you're going to bring into play some thoughts that might lead you in a certain direction. If you're just going to follow the crowd, that's never going to really work for you. Choices are what it's all about. And we have the freedom to have those choices here in this country. And I guess, what we're all about today is paying tribute to the folks that have served in our military forces. I don't know if you were aware that yesterday, yesterday my son was a Marine. Is a Marine. Once a Marine, always a Marine. Their birthday, I think it was their 50th or 150th birthday was yesterday, if I'm correct. Right? A Marine can vouch for that? I believe it was. And that's a long period of heritage here. They're very proud of that. All of us in the military are proud of our service to the country. Some of us came in not because we wanted to. Some of us were drafted in back in those days. Many of us came in, like I did, voluntarily because it was a way for me to do something with my life. But we all were willing. We were willing to serve. And it's certainly, it's certainly not about me. It's about these guys represented up front from the four services that we have. The Coast Guard, the Air Force, the Army, the Marines. The willingness that these people had to go out far into the world out there and serve our country and put themselves at risk. We've always been blessed with people willing and really eager to do that. It's something to cherish. It's something to believe in, and it's something that hopefully you feel safe when you go home at night. There's a lot of people around this world that do not feel safe. Okay, so I want to finish up just by saying that I stand here with incredible gratitude for the folks that are seated on my right and my left, for the job that they did. I hope that, I don't know if the opportunity will exist, I hope that each and every one of you will come and shake hands with these people and thank them for their service. About the only thing we can do, the only thing we can do, even the only thing I can do to other service members is show gratitude. Gratitude for what they were willing to do. And I hope that you have an opportunity to do that. I hope you have a feeling inside that there is a debt of gratitude that we owe these people. Because they were willing to go out there and put themselves on the line. And I think that's all Will, hey Will, did you want to say a word or two? And I mentioned, you know, Will Vallis works with me at the Sheriff's Office. He happens to be a current serving person, and I just want to offer this for a second.
Thank you, Bob. What I want to do is I want everyone to remember on this day, everyone who lost their life and sacrificed their lives for this country, for our freedom. But not just remember just this one day for all veterans in the United States of our country, but every day, because still today there is still soldiers in harm's way. We still need to bring them back home, and we need to end all these conflicts. I assure you that this is one nation under God. We are loved by one another. We are taking care of everybody, and this is our freedom that we need to take care of. Our brothers and sisters who served in our military today and are still serving, they are the bravest soldiers, the bravest men and women that I ever met in my life. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you guys. Thanks for doing this. Thanks for having an opportunity to honor the folks that have served here in our community. Brianna, what do we do next?